Well, good morning from the mountains of Shikoku, Japan. This is a formerly abandoned school, and today we're going to take a bit of a tour of it. Last year, I came out here and I discovered a man who lives in this school and spent the night, got to know him, made a whole video. What I'll do is I will link that up above. In fact, if you haven't watched that video yet, I would almost recommend pausing this and watching that one. There's actually a set of 2 videos, and so today we're gonna do a whole exploration inside of here. This walkthrough is actually gonna contain a couple extra edits and whatnot that usually I wouldn't include in these walkthrough videos, but there's a lot that I want to show, and so I'm going to cut to a couple scenes as we go by. So we're going to start right here. One of the most amazing things, so the way I found this place originally is I had heard that there was a cafe being run out of an abandoned school in the mountains of Shikoku. Now, I found this out as I was on my way to another area to make a video about a woman who replaced the town's population with scarecrow dolls, and I thought I would just swing by and check the place out. And when I arrived, I met Yohei, the man who lives here and runs the cafe. And I instantly connected with him, asked him if I could make a video, and he said, yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna go, we'll start up around the corner here where he's got the cafe. Now, all the details of the school and when it was abandoned and all of that can be found in the main documentary. But as we get up here, we'll go upstairs later on. But to the left here is the gymnasium. Now, I spent the last couple days here with Yo-chan, the gentleman who lives here, and he gave me a peek inside the gymnasium and told me all about how it is used. And then out here is where, so they would have done all the cooking for the students at the school. Here in the lunchroom is there, and then this would have been a place to wash, prep, and clean up. Now this year I've come back to do kind of a follow-up video, and when I was here last year our time was so rushed. We had almost exactly only like 24 hours to shoot the entire video, and so I came back because there were so many questions left unanswered, and I've spent the last couple days here. Now, one of the things that I really love about this place, it is truly tucked into the mountains. And it's early in the morning right now, so I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but there's mist or steam coming up off the deck here as the sun evaporates the rain from last night. But we are surrounded on all sides by mountains here, and this is the space that's used as a cafe. Now, Yo-chan, the gentleman who lives here, spends a great deal of his time just right here roasting coffee. He's got an insane amount of coffee. And I know that as I do this, like as I'm shooting this walkthrough, I'm very aware that in the end this is probably going to create a lot more questions than answers. But again, there's going to be the main documentary and the follow-up videos that I've made. So if you take a look at the menu here, he's got hot drinks and cold drinks. Most of it is just, he focuses primarily on black coffee. No lattes, no espressos, nothing fancy like that. He is an absolute expert in bringing out the flavor of a black coffee. He also has pizza, which is just incredible. He makes it all himself, and it is really quite good. His kitchen and whatnot is back there. We're gonna leave that private as it is. We're not gonna go in there. And this here is what the cafe looks like. So on that note, how is everybody doing today? Where are you watching from? What time is it where you are? I honestly don't even know when I've put this up. Right now, as you can hear from the cicadas and whatnot in the background, it is still kind of, I won't say the depths of summer. We're getting to the end of summer. And one of the things that you get near the end of summer, especially out in the mountains of Japan, are a lot of dragonflies. And so as evening comes, this whole courtyard space here just fills up with countless dragonflies. And it's quite beautiful to see. Again, if you like dragonflies. This room here is the kind of staff area and kitchen and storage and everything like that. And then he set up this room here to be kind of a customer relaxation and play space for the locals who bring their kids and whatnot. So we're gonna take off our shoes here. There we go. Now this room, one of my favorite things right out of the gate is this right here. Who else had these when they were a kid? I absolutely love these little play mats for cars and whatnot. Oh, that takes me back. That takes me way back. If my brothers and sisters are watching right now, they're gonna be like, oh, we had so, ooh. Do we get good sound? We do. Not too bad. How about over here? Nice. And then over here, Yoja has a collection of really older and classic books and manga and everything like that. A little bit of a seating space here. You can measure your height over there, your weight over there, although it looks like it's going to be giving you a, what, 15, 16, 17 and a half kilogram head start on your weight. So if you don't want to feel great about yourself, go ahead and weigh yourself right there. And then just a bunch of books. Last year this was sitting outside. I'm gonna try, there we go, shoes back on. And let's go explore a little more. As soon as you step outside, it just sounds like, oh, we got a little lizard down here. Hey dude, how's it going? Have a good day. It's just hanging out. As soon as you step outside, it's just the sounds of the cicada and summer. You know, I've never tested if water's actually running through here. It is. Huh, there you go. So if you need to wash your hands, you totally can. We're gonna do this room in a second because there's something cool about it that I really, really love. And then back here, we get a peek kind of behind the main school area. There we go. Now, there's actually a bit of a playground over here. And when I asked Yocham, how did the kids get to school? Because the nearest village is actually like down there. And then there's another couple villages spread throughout the mountains. But it's been a long time since this school closed down, and I was really curious as to, you know, was there like a school bus that brought everybody? Did it go to all the different, it would take hours to drive through the mountains to all the different villages. And he told me that the kids actually used to walk through some of the mountain paths and walk their way to school through the mountains. Little elementary school kids walking through the mountains to get to school. That is just mind-blowing. And then it says here is for basically the wood for the winter stoves and whatnot. Collects it in spring and summer while he can. Lets it dry out. And there it is. So we're gonna step upstairs now and go take a peek at the second floor. It's always crazy to see the old photos of the students from when they were here. There's another set of photos way down here. And then this is second floor. So rooms 204 and 203 are set up as kind of rooms that you can sleep in, but in very, very different formats. I have been using room 204. So this is room 204 right here. It's an open concept room. I love the blackboards and whatnot. And, oh no, I didn't go back and show you that room. I just totally skipped it. Okay. I'm realizing that when I look at this, because during this trip, I discovered that this here actually leads down to the room below. Yeah. So I'll have to show you guys that room later on. I can't believe I just completely skipped out on it. And that's just a fun little portal between the rooms. And I couldn't possibly love it more. I've always said that if I ever made my own house, like if I ever designed a house from scratch, I'd have something like this, or I'd have some kind of secret passageway or something. And then you can see the TOKYOLENS mark from when I came here back in 2020. All the futons and sleeping bags is kind of the style of this room. So all the futons and sleeping bags are right here. And then over here, I've added TOKYOLENS 2021 and something that I kind of, see this here? Well, if you go like this and you scan it, it'll actually pull you up to the channel. And there are other NFC tags that have been hidden around the room. All you gotta do is touch your phone to it. You just touch the back of your phone to it, it scans it, it'll bring up the channel. There are other ones that have been hidden around the school that show the video that I made here and all that. So let's head out and check the other room. Now, for all of you who are watching during the premiere and hanging out during the chat, a special hello and a special thank you to all of you, to everybody who joins in and chats along, to everybody who contributes and makes these adventures possible. A big thank you. Now we're going to take a peek into room 203. This one, there's absolutely no echo in here whatsoever. I actually haven't taken a detailed look into this room. This one here is set up with beds. It's kind of like a dormitory style. A really nice little hangout space in the middle. In fact, last year when I was here, I honestly can't remember if I came in to check out this room at all. And the blackboards are hidden behind there. But each one of these is its own little bed space. And because summer can get pretty hot and humid, each of the rooms is set up with a whole bunch of fans and everything like that. Let's do a little exploring and check out this cabinet. Okay, so just basic supplies and, you know, makes sense. But there's still so many interesting things to come. One of my least favorites is, especially out here in the countryside, you can get some really big spiders. And you probably can't tell. He's just a little bit smaller than my hand. He is about the size of my hand. And then this here was kind of like a woodworking shop style place. And right now it is empty, as well as this room down here. There was an acupuncture clinic that was using this space, and I'm not going to open the door. It's kind of their space. I'll leave it to them. But it's been closed for some time due to the current state of the world. Now, the first time that I came here, on day 2, when I woke up, I found Yo-chan sitting right in this room, hand roasting coffee. And it was just the coolest thing to see him sitting here roasting. And he has so much love for roasting coffee. Like, during my time here, we've done probably well over 20, maybe even 25 batches of coffee. And every single one, the timing, the approach, the heat, everything he did. He took it so seriously and did each one so differently. And then we would try it, and it was amazing. And so down this way, we'll take a little bit of a peek down here. If you're here and you need to go to the washroom, this is where you go. So the washrooms are in here. They're actually kept really clean and nice. Huge kudos in a space like this for keeping the washrooms as clean and beautiful as they are. And then this tachiri kinshi, do not enter. This is Yo-chan's room. So when you get in there, off to the side, there's going to be kind of a bar and a lounge space that he uses to hang out with his friends. And then inside is his studio. And the studio is really something else. In Japan, luckily, you can get a lot of different equipment used pretty easily at a fairly decent price. And Yo-chan has spent years collecting incredible equipment. He has, I think, 3 drum sets, if I'm remembering correctly, set up in that studio at the moment. And it is mind-blowing just how much he has managed to squeeze in there. On top of running the cafe and setting up other cafes around the area and the hostel, Yo-chan also works producing music. So he lives out here and is basically able to just spend his time doing the things that he loves most, which is coffee and music more than anything. And again, being in the mountains in the middle of absolutely nowhere, it gives him free range to play as much as he wants any time of the day or night. But this room here is the one I forgot to show you. So this room has actually changed quite a bit since my visit last year. Christmas tree's still there. But there's a climbing wall over there, and he started to set up a bit of a gym and exercise space here as well. So I've actually managed to get a little exercise in on this visit. Now, if you're looking at this and going, well, where's the shower? Well, the shower is right in here. And again, absolutely beautifully done and maintained room. And I can't find the light. It's behind here. There we go. There we go. And then this is the shower room right here. I don't know if you can hear that, but my stomach is going absolutely wild. I keep having to take off my shoes. My stomach is going absolutely wild. I do not know why I'm so hungry this morning, but I am absolutely starving. And then this climbing wall is the space that leads right up to the room that I'm staying in. And yes, it is exactly as much fun as it looks. I love this place so much. This time I actually managed to get a couple days here. And so Yo-chan and I were able to hang out, relax, play some music together, just kind of enjoy the nature and the atmosphere. And as we do that, we spent the majority of our time sitting out here on this deck, chatting and getting caught up. Now, one of the things that I really, really love about this is it's more than just a school. The entire area is filled with different places to explore, discover. Some of the mountain roads out here are some of the most fun and interesting mountain roads you'll ever have the chance to drive. We are right near the Iya Valley. It is such an incredibly beautiful space. And amazingly, Yota has managed to form this community of like-minded, interesting people around the area. And so throughout my days here, I've had the opportunity to meet a few people here and there. This is a little space here for kabutomushi, or are they, I think they're rhinoceros beetles. There's I can never remember. I think English is right now supposed to be. You lose your English after a while. So there's two types of beetles that Japanese people like to go out and collect and whatnot in the summer. And there it is. That is an otherwise fairly brief tour and walkthrough of this here abandoned school. I'm sure that there are plenty of things that I have missed or forgotten to talk about. And as I said before, I'm sure that there are definitely more questions posed within this video than answers. So if you are curious about learning more about the school, the area, Yota, any of that, I'm going to link an entire playlist of videos that I have created here at this spot, and I hope that you'll take the time to check them out. They've been a lot of fun to make, and I think I might even make coming back to this area like a yearly thing. Yo-chan and I have even talked about potentially setting up some events here in the future. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little walkthrough. Again, thank you to everyone who joined in, to all those who watch after. Just as grateful. I hope your day is beautiful, and I will see you guys again real soon.